President Trump threatens to blow everything up and take Iran's oil if a deal is not reached. He later claims that there is a good chance a deal will be reached. Now, you guys know I'm not really a fundamental trader. Technicals come first. And quite a lot of the time, when we hear war de-escalations and any fundamental pressure, the market is already largely pricing this in before we actually get the final decision. Now, in this video, I'll be diving deeper into BTC, Ethereum, USDT dominance, and BTC dominance, and also an altcoin. You guys already know what altcoin that's going to be. It's ALGO. Now, before I jump into the charts, I want you all to do me a huge, huge favor. If you're watching this video, smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. My algorithm has been pretty difficult, especially in such a saturated market right now. So I'd really, really appreciate if you can just boost my algorithm so I can reach more people. All right, let's jump straight into it. Now, in my previous video, I mentioned a higher time frame bias in terms of monthly and weekly and where I'm looking. Nothing has changed. I've got it marked up down here on the charts, very clear. My first downside target on BTC is 60K. My second downside target is 50K. Now, nothing has changed. One thing I can say is I do like how we have closed on the weekly time frame at the end of last week. A nice bullish engulfing candle, engulfing the previous week's candlestick. Good signs. Now, even if we continue moving up from here, even if we come into the regions of 80K, I'm still looking at these targets. I'm still looking at 60K. I'm still looking at 50K. Now, having said that, what I'm actually expecting a move to the upside. I'm expecting a move to the upside, and I'll go over this on the lower time frame, especially on the daily. But the thing I can't gauge right now, especially based on what's going on fundamentally, is are we getting fooled? Are we getting tricked? Because essentially what may happen is a move down first, and then a bigger move to the upside. Then we'll get the sweep and the continuation to the upside. Possibility number one. The second possibility is we don't get the move down. In fact, we will get the move up, tap into those regions around 80K, then we'll get a sweep of liquidity. A very, very large move to the downside, huge liquidation event coming into these regions. And then the aggressive move to the upside. Those are the two possibilities I'm seeing right now. The only issue is I don't know what's going to come first and how it's going to happen. Now, daily time frame, I mentioned to you guys. Now, before I go into any entries that I'm in right now, one thing I want you guys to pay attention to is how messy the charts are on the daily and the weekly time frame, to be fair. We've just been manipulating sideways. Sideways manipulation, up and down. We're within this range. Now, price moves up aggressively. We did create a break of market structure. And then we come and retrace that. We come back in. We create an internal break of market structure. We attempt to take out these lows down here and create an external break of market structure, and we failed to do so. When we failed to do so, what did the market do afterwards? We went up, tapped into a bearish PDA, rejected. On the lower time frame, we've probably tapped into a bearish PDA down here as well. And then we continue moving to the upside from here. So what does that tell us? That basically means that there's a possibility we're creating this trend down here to the upside. And that's what I'm anticipating right now. Having said that, I mentioned to you guys that if price comes and sweeps out these highs down here, I will be looking for an entry. And that's exactly what I've done. I've taken a high risk entry for a short. My entry roughly is around 69,700. Now, my stop loss is just above the highs down here at 72,500. My targets will be short term around 64 to 65,000, and depending on how price reacts from there, we continue moving to the downside. Now, there's no other further updates on BTC at this point right now. Go and watch my previous video if you want a deeper dive into Bitcoin and understand where I think BTC is going to be going over the next 1 to 2 months. Now, Ethereum is looking very, very interesting. Monthly time frame, we've just been moving sideways over the last 2 to 3 months. We've tapped into this balanced price range down here, and we've rejected it, and we're kind of just within this region. We've got a fair value gap above down here on the monthly time frame. We're within this range down here. Now, what does this tell me? If we go on the weekly time frame, you can see this consolidation. Price has been consolidating over the last 8 to 12 weeks. What I'm anticipating is if BTC does move to the upside, I'm expecting price to take out these highs down here and tap into minimum this fair value gap. So between the regions of 2.4K to 2.7K. Now, I do think we're going to go higher. If BTC does move to 80K, I do think Ethereum will move higher, and we're likely going to come just shy of 3K on Ethereum. Now, for us to capture this move, what I would like to see is similarly on BTC, I need to see a sweep of liquidity. What we can see right now is price comes up, right? We haven't taken out any highs down here, right? What we have done is we haven't swept these lows down here. Therefore, this low down here, to me, is a weak low. That means I want to see price come and sweep this low at the regions of 1.9K. We're not far away from there. If price can sweep these lows and take out this low down here, around 1.9K, I'm looking for a long entry. Stop losses, you can have a larger stop loss at 1.7K, or you can put it at these lows down here. That's what I'm looking at, and that's where I'll take my long trade setup. Now, if price doesn't do that, that's all good. I won't be taking an entry. So Ethereum is looking pretty clean, pretty good right now. That's what I'm anticipating and what I'm expecting. Now, when we come into those regions down here, I am expecting a deeper move to the downside. Similarly, on BTC at the regions of 50 to 60K, what I'm expecting for Ethereum is actually for Ethereum to come and take out these lows down here at 1.7K. That's what I'm expecting. Now, if BTC comes into the regions of 50K or below, there's a possibility we can come into the regions of 1.3K, 1.4K on Ethereum. That's what I'm seeing on Ethereum right now. Now, USDT dominance, very, very interesting. I'm going to go over this very briefly with you guys. So what we have down here, if I'm just going to remove this for now, price is basically within this range to this range. We have a fib from these highs to these lows. Price has rejected the 78.6. Very, very clean rejection. We swept these highs down here, failed to close above it, and come below. There's two possibilities. Now, if we get this move to the upside, that's basically going to be BTC coming to the downside, because I would like to see the sweep of these highs down here at 9.32%. Now, if we don't get that move, there's a possibility that we're going to continue moving to the downside. And if I put this dealing range from this low to this high, I'm looking at number one, bare minimum 6.4%. Now, if we continue moving to the downside, this fair value gap down here at 5.7%. And to be honest, when we get the rally on the alts to the upside, what I'm expecting is actually for USDT dominance to come and sweep out these lows down here at around 3%. That's what I'm expecting longer term. Let's see how that plays out. It's very, very interesting. It looks pretty clean right now, and I'm excited to see where this will end up. Now, based on my analysis, I normally always look at USDT dominance and BTC dominance as well as the total market cap and BTC. I normally don't show that analysis on YouTube because you guys might just get bored of it, basically. Now, last but not least, BTC dominance. Very, very interesting. Monthly time frame. We've got the highs, we've got the lows. Price hasn't actually tapped into the 78.6%. Could that mean we could get a move up? It's interesting because we have just been accumulating sideways. We had a manipulation down here. For me, I personally feel like we're not going to get the drive to the upside and price won't sweep the highs down here. Very, very clean 2 monthly rejections and a very strong close on these 2 months down here. Then we just accumulate. This accumulation, including this manipulation, I think we're going to get distribution. I do think we're going to get distribution to the downside. When we get that distribution on the BTC dominance, that's going to be our rotation. That's the rotation, similarly to what we have down here, right? January 2021. we had the rotation and Ethereum skyrocketed. If we just go to Ethereum, Jan 2021, there we go. Around these areas here, look what we had. Ethereum has skyrocketed, and on BTC dominance, we know BTC dominance dropped heavily. All right, last but not least, Algo. Very, very clean. On the monthly time frame, what we can see is we've swept the lows down here, which is very, very clean. What I like about Algo right now is we've swept the lows weekly. We've had a very, very strong bullish engulfing candle. Now, that breakout possibly is exactly what we've been waiting for. Similar to what we had down here, we had the strong bullish breakout down here. And look at that. After God knows how many weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks change everything. So that 1 week of breakout down here, this could change everything. We could continue seeing algo move to the upside from here. And we've broken out of this trend. You know, these breakout traders can see this as a breakout, possibility for a retest, and the continuation to the upside. Now, I know some of you have gotten a great entry on algo. So well done for you guys. Now, for me, I'm not buying any other altcoins just yet. I do want to see BTC come into the regions of 50K, 60K before I can then begin to think about adding to my existing positions on the alts as well as of course BTC. Now that's a wrap. If there's any other specific pairs that you guys want me to analyze, please let me know in the comments. And if you like these types of videos, like I said in the beginning of the video, smash that like button and I'll see you in the next video.